And I just want to talk about a little bit more in the videos that you post.
Yeah.
Because you post some really amazing information for people.
Yeah.
That is from the higher source. So you talk about like your oversoul that's connected to everything. How does that information, when you put it out, how are people receiving it? What do you think that?
Well, first of all, my friend Antonio pushed me to take the videos out because I didn't want to put videos out because, hey, that's very personal stuff, and what are people going to think? And I'm not very good at it, and what if they're going to criticize me for, the technique, and what if I'm not doing it right? You have all these things that the ego is feeding you. And Antonio basically pushed me and said, no, put them out there. So the first one that I put out there, I said, you know what? Yeah, people don't really know what hypnosis is. So I took my Sasquatch video, okay? The one that, it was a past life regression that was done on me, my first past life regression, which was really goofy and crazy because I was in shock that I saw myself as a 7-foot, huge Bigfoot. So that was the first one I put out there. It wasn't a video, but it was an audio, which I put pictures to it. So I put that out there, and people really reacted to it positively. The reason I put it out there was because I wanted them to know what a session could be like if they've never had a session. So that was the reason. And Aurelio Mejia puts out like thousands of videos. So people, before they come to him, already know his method. And it's nice for you to already know what your hypnotist is like before you go to them. If you go to someone you don't know, you have no idea if you're going to resonate with them. So by them watching my technique, if they don't like me, go somewhere else, okay? But if you resonate with me, okay, you know what's going to happen.
Are you willing to share information about her past lives?
Yes.
She wanted to know which past lives she's had that most relate to her current life and her use of the light language. Can you show her a picture in her mind of this life?
Yes. It's during Christ's time.
Tell me what happened there.
It's very dusty. It's the buildings are like sand, like sandstone. They all have like rounded arches. The street is narrow. People are crying. They're very upset.
What's happening?
It's Jesus.
What's happened?
He's being beaten. Everybody's upset.
What are you doing there?
I'm with his mom.
What is your name there?
My name is Mary.
Mary, what's happening?
They're going to crucify my son.
What happens next, Mary?
They didn't tell me.
Who didn't tell you, Mary?
God didn't tell me. God didn't tell me he would have to die this way.
Does God tell you everything, Mary?
I thought so.
How does God communicate with you, Mary?
He talks to me.
Mm-hmm. So how do you feel now that he didn't tell you this?
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was beyond to know.
Mm-hmm. No mother wants to know that in advance, do they?
No.
Mm-hmm. So what does God tell you now?
He says he feels no pain. He's protected.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
My heart. My heart.
What happens next?
He tells me he's not going to die.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to die. He's coming back.
Mm-hmm. How does that make you feel?
Relief.
Mm-hmm.
Relief.
How does God tell you this?
I hear him.
Mm-hmm. What else does he tell you?
He wants me to know that my son's soul was created for this.
His soul was created for this.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That it was a path he chose.
It doesn't make it any easier for you.
No. But he's gonna live. God tells me that he will live forever.
Mm-hmm.
In the hearts of man, far beyond anyone's understanding at this time.
What is your role in this, Mary? How is it that God chose you to be his mother, to endure this?
I was favored.
Mm.
I chose love. I lived a life of love. So as I started putting out these videos, I wasn't putting them out for information, like, look what I can do.
As a messenger or something.
No. It was basically like, this is an experience that people have.
Yeah.
It was really show and tell.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't for a purpose other than saying, this is what a hypnosis session feels like. So my sessions are basically eavesdropping sessions. Okay? I don't put the session out in any way for the pleasure of my audience. I don't put it out there for them to, it's not for them to experience. My session is about me and my client. The questions that are asked are between me and my client. So is the experience. If they happen to be watching, okay. But I'm not telling them what to think. I'm not telling them how to respond. They are just experiencing what I'm experiencing. And what happens to them is their business. Okay? But what happens with a session is we record it, and this is something that Dolores Cannon was adamant about. You record the session because anything that's happened in the session, any frequency changes or anything, are recorded in the session. You and I are vibrational beings. So whatever happens, it's vibration. But what's happening is that not only are my clients getting affected, but anybody who's watching is being affected too. So they're getting the benefit. If there's any vibrational changes or any emotional healing that the person has had, if it resonates with them, they're getting the results. But I'm not putting it out there for the benefit of them. It's just that this is great information.
If it helps you.
If it helps you, it helps you. If it doesn't help you, move on.
One thing that's great about your videos, like I wouldn't have met some of the people that I'm working with now on my site because of it. And
Exactly.
That was that purpose.
These are normal people, and I tell my clients, this probably may not go up on YouTube because like 8 out of 10 of my sessions do not get published because they're very personal, okay? But if it happens to be something really cool, I'll ask you later. But don't go into the session thinking this is going to be on YouTube, because then your ego is going to be saying, oh, I shouldn't cry, my mascara's running, okay? No. This is not about that. This is what it is. Listen, when I'm under hypnosis, I cry like a baby. I know I'm hypnotized because it starts to run, okay? And it's normal. People have drippy nose. But we're human. So when I'm having a hypnosis session, this is the pure soul. And I think what people love about watching is that it's the only time you get to see someone pure. You fall in love with them because we fall in love with this when the person is vulnerable. And I get the pleasure of doing that every single day. I get to have an intimate, few hours with my client every day. It's a beautiful experience, soul to soul. So going back to my original life coaching, this is beautiful because I get inside there. I see them as a soul.
I feel like it's like a huge thing that I feel like we're trying to do is reach people in that way. So it's something they can actually know that they can do it themselves. And you have to kind of get them there, or you have to lead, like you said.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But the more that you see that, the more that you watch the videos, I believe, the more you realize there's people like me out there, and there's good people out there, and they're all scared. And if I could just understand their soul, I could make the changes myself. I could be more vulnerable. I could be more honest. I could rip that mask off of me that, I don't need anybody's help, and ask for help. And you know what I mean? So I think that's what the videos are doing, is it's allowing people to eavesdrop on a very personal moment of vulnerability and understand how vulnerable everybody is.
It's very true. And it's so cool because you also attach the spiritual part of it that I feel like is very helpful for people that also want that extra feeling, like you said, like your soul, but also connecting to so much more than that. And I think that's what makes yours so unique and so powerful, because you get the healing and the, like you said, the pureness of it, but then you hear the spiritual part of it and you're just like, oh my God, I resonate to everything, because it's so much bigger than...
Because we are all spiritual beings, all of us. All of us are spirits walking around in this body, okay? And your higher self, your guides, your angels, have been guiding you your whole life to this moment that you are in the moment of now. And they're cheering you on, they're pushing you, and they're pushing you. And when you get it, oh my God, it's like...
It's undescribable.
It's undescribable, yeah.
But it's so powerful and real and deep,
It's very, very deep. And you don't have to do much to get there. Just be.
That's very true.
The cool thing is that the more you use your imagination, the more you create. Because we create from our imagination. So isn't that great that thousands of people, when they're watching these videos, are now becoming better creators?
Now that's what I've been learning. It's like your thoughts are the power that we... That's like our biggest power. And that's why...
And that's what's being suppressed from us.
Yeah, that's why you realize that. That's why we're force-fed thoughts that aren't positive.
Right.
And lack of. And
right.
then once you realize it, it's like, you can experience the complete opposite of that.
Right.
And that's what's super.
That's what's great. You know, that's why books were so powerful before. That's why audiobooks are also powerful. But when you're fed stuff as to what they want you to think it looks like, then you can't use your imagination. It's very simple. Life is supposed to be simple. It's not supposed to be complicated. And the only reason we make it complicated is because we're looking outside of ourselves for validation. We are afraid people are judging us. We're judging them. Just be. You're unique. There's nobody else on earth or anywhere like you. So once you accept that, once you understand that no one is going to be like you, and it empowers you. So I'm not trying to be like any other hypnotist out there, okay? I take techniques from here, from there, because just like any great chef or cook, you know, you take, I'll learn how to saute a little bit better. You know, you take different techniques, but when you are doing it your way, with your connection, that's the beauty of it. I am changing the way I do things now, just for my own sanity. Like last year, I opened up my calendar and I booked a whole year in advance. And I've had to switch those sessions constantly because my life changes. I've got things going on in my life that I don't talk about that I have to take care of. And so I keep having to switch. So I'm only going to be opening up little by little. I'm going to be helping Antonio Sangio do some training. So we're actually going to be doing live training on introspective hypnosis. So that's going to be great for people who want to learn Antonio's technique, and also I'll be there collaborating with him, jumping in just to learn more. Yeah. So these are people who want to learn what we do. We'll be doing more of that too. So this is new. You know, people have wanted me to do training, and I can't train them to be me, but we can train them to be themselves. This is a time of spiritual awakening, and everybody has to step it up, okay? Stop hiding behind judgment. Stop being afraid of what other people are thinking about you. Be yourself and help other people wake up. And just by being you and being happy is all you need to do. You know, be of service to other people. Really, people want help, and be there for them. Be service to other, be kind to other people. Very important. Be kind. You know, open the door for somebody. You know, if you see someone who is short of change, give them some change in the supermarket or whatever it is. Just be a human again. And it feels so good. It feels so good. So that's really all it is. Just be kinder to yourself. Eat well, sleep well, you know, enjoy your life. There's nothing for us to do but to be happy. Shine your light.